Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Behold Homeworld. When we last left off, we had just finished taking our ultimate revenge on those Kadeshi SOBs. And things actually kinda went pretty well on that one, which is a welcome relief after so many episodes, 2 to be exact, of us getting our butts kicked in. We even captured this lovely little multi-beam frigate, which is the apple of my eye. I'm going to do my damnedest to keep this thing alive throughout the rest of the game. It will probably die at some point, let's be honest, because this is Homeworld, and things get destroyed, but even so, I'm very proud of myself for getting this one. So now that we've finished this level, we took pretty minimal losses among everything except our fighter wings, and, you know, fighters are pretty expendable and cheap to rebuild, so that wasn't the worst. But here's the really cool thing. Now that we've finished with this level and I've mined everything, look how many resources we have. 7,040 RUs. I could build just about anything right now, but I'm actually reasonably happy with my forces as they are right now. And I honestly don't even remember what comes up in the next mission. So I'm not sure I even should be building anything, given that I don't actually remember what's in the next mission.
Group 2 copies.
Group 2 is 18 units strong. Group 1 could probably use some reinforcing, so maybe I'll build some more interceptors real fast before we head on out, but
Production underway.
even so, I mean, we have a pretty sizable Corvette wing for anti-fighter, so interceptors aren't the most essential in this situation. So yeah. Meanwhile, those are just some bombers hanging out over there for no apparent reason.
Mothership. Mothership.
Alright, let's go ahead and as soon as our interceptors are done, I'm just going to speed this up, and then we'll be on our way.
Interceptor complete.
Alright. So now we have a
Launching.
a 10-ship strong interceptor wing. And that's a pretty decent interceptor wing. One thing that got changed, and you'll see this later when we eventually make our way to Homeworld 2.
Designated.
One thing that got changed between Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2 is that in Homeworld 2, fighters are built in groups. And if you dock them, the destroyed fighters get rebuilt. So that fighters are not always just getting picked off and having to be rebuilt every single mission. As long as you shepherd them carefully. Which is a really welcome, it's a really welcome change, because there is no way to keep your fighters all alive in Homeworld 1. It's just not gonna happen. It's just sort of a rebuilding fighters is just kind of a cost of doing business, as it were. Meanwhile, our fleet starting to look a little terrifying. I like it. Let's quick dock and get on out of here.
Hyperspace initiated.
After analyzing the data we collected from the Karatoba's sister ship, we've been able to determine what happened in the nebula. While the Karatoba was able to limp to Karak, this ship instead must have tried to hide here. They soon resorted to preying on ships passing through the nebula. In time, the nebula became off-limits to all shipping. They developed hyperspace inhibitor technology to trap prey from far away without leaving the safety of the nebula. Eventually, it became the center of their existence, and ultimately, their religion.
Too bad we had to kill him.
Anomaly detected. Override engaged.
Sensors detect a vessel here. It doesn't match any of the profiles we have encountered. Send in a team to investigate. We are detecting various ships surrounding the alien vessel. They appear to be inactive.
Okay, so I just went ahead
Launching.
and tried this out because I did not remember this particular mission at all, and it was basically a complete disaster because I didn't remember this mission, and I did probably the single worst thing you can do in this mission, which is send all of my capital ships over to investigate this area. Do not do that. Don't be me in my last playthrough of this.
Acknowledged.
You will regret it deeply.
Understood.
Let's go ahead and... Man, what should we do? I kind of want to build... What should I build? Really what I should do is just build another destroyer, I think.
Production underway.
I kind of want to use my capital ships, but I need to keep them clear of that spot. And the reason why will be made clear sooner or later.
Construction commencing.
I prefer not to demonstrate with my own ships,
Probe complete.
because I kind of want to keep them all alive, but here, I will show you
Probe deployed.
just what is so obnoxious about this level. See all those ships just kind of floating in space? Really, game? Are we not going to count this as scouting the anomaly? I mean, I can clearly see it. Ah, there we go.
Attention. Those ships are operational. We believe the control center is the alien vessel. It should be neutralized.
Probe in position.
So yeah, you might notice this is a pretty weird collection of ships. We have, first of all, we have Taidan assault frigates that are just kind of floating around. We have a Tyrannic Raider ion array frigate. We have Kadeshi multi-beam frigates. And this, which we haven't seen in the game yet, this is a Taidan missile destroyer. Missile destroyers are freaking badass, and honestly, if it weren't for this mission would be really easy. But this thing is a huge pain in the ass. Missile destroyers absolutely rip up fighters and corvettes, because they fire homing missiles that your fighters are not fast enough to dodge. This is why you cannot simply send a bomber wing in to deal with this thing. Okay, you might say, well, that's a pretty strong collection of enemy ships, but we have a better one. We can just send in our capital ships, right? Wrong.
Destroyer complete.
If you send your capital ships in too close to this thing, it seizes control of them, and then uses them to guard itself.
Group 5 to combat stations.
We've lost control of capital ships and
Oh,
close
crap.
proximity to the alien vessel. We've determined that the alien control field covers this area. No capital ship should cross into this zone or we will lose them.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to, do something special here. We are going to send over our capital ships,
Group 6 reinforced.
but we're going to keep them the heck away from that thing. And we're going to try to lure the Guardian ships over within range of our capital ships without actually
Reporting.
putting our own ships at risk.
Coordinates confirmed.
Group 5, if you would guard these guys. Group 4, keep these guys alive.
On the way. Hang in there. Responding.
And I would like to capture some of those ships, but... Actually,
Responding.
you specifically, drone frigate. You actually need to not head on out, because you're going to be completely worthless there, A. And B, you're going to be worse than worthless if you get captured, because then you're going to be a huge hindrance to all of my fighters. So we're just going to leave you back here. Anyway, as I was saying, I'd love to salvage some of those capital ships, but it's a terrible idea because of that missile destroyer.
Roger.
You may recall me mentioning just a minute ago that missile destroyers they just freaking tear fighters and corvettes apart. Your salvage corvettes will not even get close to capturing it before they're completely destroyed by missiles. It's not even going to happen.
Acknowledged.
So, if I were you, I would not bother with that. We are going to have to use our bombers
Understood.
at some point. I think the bombers are going to be our choice for what we're going to use to lure those capital ships out into our own force of capital ships. Hopefully that'll work. If not, we're going to have to build a lot of bombers to make this mission happen. Also, the ship AI being what it is, I'm probably going to have to babysit Group 6 to make sure they don't accidentally wander into the control field. Unfortunately. Whew. Alright. Group 2, you hang out over here. Group 6,
Group 6.
maybe just hang out right here.
Destination locked in.
And we're going to do a quick save, just in case I screw up on the boundaries of where that control zone is, because I really don't want my destroyers getting captured by that thing.
Group 2.
That would be, how you say, bad. Alright, are we luring ships out? Kinda looks like it. Alright, Group 2, head this way, please. We don't need you getting torn up by missiles. Group 6,
Group 6 acknowledged.
well, you know what to do.
On our way. Group 2 reporting. Underway.
Come on, enemy ships. Come on, what you doing? Got some juicy fighters for you. Got some juicy fighters right here. Come on, guys.
On our way.
Come on. Yep, here we go. And let's run.
Destination locked in.
Okay, well, we seem to have found exactly the outer limit of where those ships are willing to go. Unfortunately, the missile destroyer is kind of a douche, and is just going to fire missiles at me the second it wakes up, and then go immediately back to sleep, rather than pursuing further. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can maybe do some bombing runs on this thing with impunity.
Target confirmed.
I'd love to capture it, but keeping the rest of my ships alive is higher priority.
Group 2 under attack.
Oh god, that was so not worth it.
Group 6.
Oh my god, look at that crap.
Reporting.
Whoa, no, Group 5, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
New heading set. Group 6 responding.
Alright, Group 6, we're going to just move exactly right over here. Just barely in range of the enemy. And
Establishing Delta formation. Establishing broad formation.
what's the one I want? Is it wall formation?
Wall formation confirmed.
Yeah, there we go, that's the one. I want you guys all lined up exactly as close as you can get. Group 5, you're just gonna go home, because, I'm sorry, you're just not going to be super helpful on this one, I think. Group 4.
Group 4 acknowledged.
You are set to heal these guys.
Support command received.
And Group 6.
Group 6 copies.
Very good. Okay. Let's save real fast. I know I lost a bunch of bombers there. It's cool. I think I know exactly what we're gonna do now.
Group 6 received.
Let's see if we can get just barely close enough to these things without losing our own ships.
Coordinates confirmed. Understood. Target acquired. Destination confirmed.
Careful, guys, don't get much closer.
Reporting for duty. Destination locked in.
Man, this is nerve-wracking. Alright, let's
Group 6.
see if we can just do a regular attack here without losing our ships.
Away. On our way.
I'd love to salvage these things, but it's just not gonna happen. Not as long as that thing's alive. Let's see if we can hit the missile destroyer.
Intercept course punched in.
It might be a little too far in, and I really don't want to lose my ships. So let's be really careful about this. Oh, there we go.
Group 6 reporting enemy contact. Responding. Lockdown target 6 acknowledged. Target confirmed. Group 4 responding. Support command acknowledged. Group 6 reporting. Group 4 to combat stations.
As long as we can kill this missile destroyer, we'll be able to send in fighters safely, and that will be a big freaking deal.
Group 6 to combat.
Alright, you're going to move back, because you're getting hammered here.
Underway. Destination confirmed.
Yes! Alright, Group 6, retreat!
Group 6
Retreat!
responding.
We did it!
Enemy closing on Group 4.
Yes. Oh, this is the best. Okay. We got rid of the missile destroyer, which means that now we are in excellent shape to sneak around behind this thing with our fighters and start taking it out.
Group 6 copies.
Come on, Group 6. Let's move.
Understood.
And now those ships are playing dead again. It's cool, guys. Don't worry about it. Now that that missile destroyer is dead, our fighters are going to have a much, much, much easier time dealing with the mission, because they're not going to have missiles constantly tearing them apart.
Support command received.
That's kind of a crucial thing to have going for you in this one. Yes. Okay.
On our way.
We may end up still losing bombers, because those other ships are still capable of killing fighters, but we're going to lose them at a much slower rate, such that we might actually be able to just destroy this thing without too much trouble. And actually, what I think I might do is set our fighters to wall formation aggressive and have them just bombard this thing without doing runs. I'm not sure if it's possible to do that, but if so, it would make it a whole heck of a lot easier, because then we could keep the capital ship between our fighters and that group of controlled capital ships.
Establishing wall formation.
Let's see if this will work.
Target acquired.
Run, run, run. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run. Run, 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 run. See, those ships are already heading for us.
Understood. Engaging.
And let's all run away now.
Destination confirmed.
Lots of micromanaging going on here to keep these fighters alive. But that's okay.
Coordinates confirmed.
We'll just draw these ships out to wherever they end up, and then we'll approach from the other side and make another run.
Underway.
Maybe we can draw them out just a little more. Put our ships to evasive, and then we'll run away again.
New heading set. Destination locked in.
Come on, guys. Come on, we got some nice juicy fighters for you. They're so plump and tasty. Little fighters they are. And let's run away again.
Set.
Luckily, assault frigates are freaking terrible at hitting fighters, so that's gonna make our job easier. And now we'll just go around the other side.
Coordinates confirmed.
I think there's a way to do waypoints with movement, but I honestly have forgotten how you do it. Maybe by... No, it's not holding shift, because that controls height. Is it W? No. Waypoints might have actually been something that wasn't introduced until the expansion, Homeworld Cataclysm.
Understood.
I honestly don't remember. Not gonna lie, folks. It has been a while. Let's go over here.
Destination confirmed.
Do. And once we get over here, it'll be time to do another attack run.
Destination locked in.
Yes, right here.
Underway.
Ready, Group 2? Let's do it.
Attack clearance received.
Set them to aggressive so they launch as many volleys as possible. And then we're going to run away once those enemies start heading toward our fighters again.
On our way.
Whee! Run away, run away!
Intercept course punched in. Course set.
Run away, fighters! Run away!
Green line confirmed. Group 2 under attack.
So I see, so I see. Run, little fighters, run! Where are my support frigates?
Group 4 copies.
There we go.
Ready for orders. Reporting for duty. Ready for order. Destination
Why
locked
don't you guys go dock? You're
in. With support for
you're about halfway done on your fuel, and a couple of you are hurt.
awaiting assignment.
I don't think we've actually sat and watched the animations where the fighters dock with the support frigates. It's pretty cool, so let's check that out.
Gotcha.
Also, it does not appear to exactly line up correctly with the textures on the support frigates, but it's still pretty cool looking, I think. Meanwhile, what are you doing?
Reporting.
Why are you not docking?
Dock proceeding with support frigate. Responding. Acknowledged.
And refueling, and soon you'll be good to go. You know, it's funny, there was a time
Group 2 receiving.
when this game, with its graphics, you know, these graphics were considered, like, revolutionary. And despite the game's age, they still hold up pretty well. Like, you know, they're not going to be winning any awards, but
Wall formation confirmed.
they still look pretty decent. Like, it's still a visually, aesthetically pleasing presentation that the game gives you. Which is more than can be said for quite a few games of this age.
Formation confirmed.
This game came out, I think, in like 2000? 1999, something like that. So this is a bit of an oldie. Homeworld 2 came out, I think, in like 2003, and that one, the graphics have held up even better. That game still looks phenomenal. I'm looking forward to showing you that one. Like, look at that. That's just a beautiful image right there. Like, that just looks cool. The background, maybe not so much. The background's, like, banded to hell and back, but
Receiving.
the close-ups of the ships still look really cool. In my opinion.
On our way.
Like, the idea of giving the ships these long tails of whatever the heck it is they're emitting from their engines. As far as I know, this was the first game to do that. It was a very striking aesthetic choice. And it makes it much easier to see what the ships are doing, and gives you a much stronger sense of their velocity and their movements. And it just plain looks cool. Like, I really, really like that. Alright, time for another attack run on this thing.
New heading set.
I am playing it way safe with this mission, and that is because
Locked on target.
I want to keep my fleet alive. You know, we already had 2 missions where we lost, like, a ton of ships. I'm not really looking for a repeat of that.
Our weapons are having minimal effect on the alien vessel, but each strike causes a tiny fluctuation in the control field. Direct all fire at the alien ship in an attempt to disable the field.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'm gonna try to keep my fighters from dying, though, if that's alright with you.
Group 2. Reporting enemy contact. Understood. Group 2.
Come on, Group 2. Let's do it.
Coordinates confirmed. Destination confirmed.
You know what would actually probably be more effective than what I'm doing is having 2 separate wings of bombers. So I can just alternate one and the other,
Awaiting assignment.
instead of sending the single wing around every single time.
Heading
I
set.
think we're gonna do that. So you're going to be Group 1 now,
Group 1 assigned.
Awaiting orders.
and you're Group 2.
Designated.
Reporting.
Group 1, you are going to head around this way, you're going to dock with a support frigate, and then we are going to be all very happy.
Course set.
Meanwhile, I think I'm going to send one of my support frigates around this side here, so that my other bomber wing has a place to dock. Look at that, see? Look how efficient I'm being, gentle viewers. Sorry if this is not the most exciting mission to watch. It is a challenging one, though, which, at least to play, it's fairly interesting. Even if it can be somewhat frustrating if you don't have the right strategy.
Coordinates confirmed. Standing by. Understood.
The fact that we're not losing
Responding.
fighters is a pretty big deal here, in my opinion. So this one's damaged, this one's damaged, and this one's damaged. You guys go dock real fast,
Locked on to support frigate. Knock-on enabled.
and then we'll make our next run.
Acknowledged. Destination locked in.
Meanwhile, what are you doing? You were like nowhere near any resource collectors. And that is probably because they're both in completely different areas. Alright, you go guard this guy.
Flight control engaged. Assuming guard position. Group 2 receiving.
You head over here. And group 1.
Group 1 copies. Wall locked in.
Time for our little bombing run. Let's do it, folks.
Underway.
I believe I already set these guys to aggressive, but just in case.
Engaging. New heading set.
Run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away. La 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 la, run away, run away, run away. Actually, don't run away quite that fast. Let's draw these guys out just a little bit more.
On our way.
And now let's run away again.
Understood. Coordinates confirmed.
Group 2.
Group 2 acknowledged.
Guess whose turn it is? If you said yours, you're right!
Coordinates confirmed. Target acquired.
Get off 2 or 3 volleys, and then we'll run away.
Understood.
Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away.
Group 1.
Yeah, we're gonna have Group 1 dock.
Coming into dock to support frigate.
Group 2, you're gonna end up docking as well. Once we draw these guys out a little more.
Underway. New heading set. Destination confirmed. Destination locked in. Course set.
And let's get out of here.
Reporting with support frigate initiated.
Group 1,
Group 1 acknowledged.
let's go.
Destination locked in. Responding. Group 1 receiving. Target acquired. Reporting for duty. Underway.
Run away, run away. Run away!
Destination confirmed. New heading set.
Green line confirmed. Locked on to support frigate. Dock on 2 responding.
Man, if I were those frigates, I'd be getting super annoyed right now.
On our way.
But luckily I'm not. I'm me. The guy who's using the bombers.
Intercept course punched in. Coordinates confirmed.
And it's time to run like the Dickens. Run like my name was Charles and I was a novelist from the 18th century.
Destination confirmed.
I hope you got that joke, because that was a pretty great joke. LOL. And let's run some more. Whee!
Group 2, retreat successful. We're clear. Destination locked in.
That was pretty clever. I like how the game actually has a bark that notices whether or not you're retreating.
Standing by with support frigate.
Alright, Group 1.
One reporting.
You ready? Your turn.
Confirmed.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Understood.
Why'd you not attack the thing? Group 1? Okay, now I'm annoyed. That was a waste of time. I don't even know why Group 1 did that. Come on, Group 1.
Destination confirmed.
Get with it.
Underway. Awaiting assignment. New heading set. Docking with support frigate initiated.
Group 2 copies.
I think I must have not selected them to attack or something. That was probably my goof up.
Underway. Engaging.
How long do you think it's going to be before we actually get this control field released?
Green line confirmed.
Run away!
New heading set. Course set.
Corset, indeed.
Attack clearance received. Understood.
Run, little fighters, run!
Coordinates confirmed. Group 2 reporting enemy contact. Underway. Destination confirmed. We're clear.
Are you clear? Are you? Yeah, I guess you are. Good job, Group 2. Way to go.
Destination locked in.
Let's move you just a little bit closer, since
Line confirmed.
we can apparently do that.
Reporting.
Alright, you dock.
Coming into dock.
And Group 1, you're up. Let's try not to screw it up this time, shall we?
Course set. Target confirmed.
We are bombing this thing. Just a gentle reminder. This is the thing we're attacking.
Alien vessel neutralized.
Yes.
While the field was up, they were able to analyze the alien control system.
Dock con enabled.
We now have control of the foreign vessels.
Ready for order.
Awesome.
Send a salvage team to further investigate the alien ship.
Acknowledged.
So yeah, these are now our ships, it is to your advantage to complete this mission without destroying them for that exact reason. And as much as I would have liked to capture that, that missile destroyer, that was not happening, let's just be honest. There was just no way.
Group 2 reinforced.
Alright, so I've just reassigned all of my bombers to Group 2 once again, and let's go back to the mothership. Where are my interceptors? Do I have them here? Oh, they're somewhere. Oh, here they are.
Reporting.
You guys are now once again Group 1.
Group 1 designated.
Group 6.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to get ourselves a new multi-beam frigate and a new ion array frigate, among other things. So that's pretty cool. Let's see.
Group 6 reporting.
Alright, so Group 6, we're going to add you and you.
Group 6 reassigned.
So that's pretty awesome. We now have 2 multi-beam frigates and 2 ion array frigates. Group 5.
Group 5
We're going to get a couple new assault frigates.
Group 5 reassigned.
We already had that. And boom. Check that out. This is almost like a bonus stage if you can pull it off without getting your ships killed. And yeah.
Standing by.
I wonder if I can salvage my own probe. That would be nice. Can I? No, I cannot. Alas. I don't think there's any way to get resources back for this thing. Maybe we'll just scuttle it.
Scuttle initiated.
Okay, well that was the most anticlimactic scuttle I've ever seen. Guess you can't scuttle probes. And that's about it, folks. I'm just going to finish mining all the resources on this map. And then we are on to the next mission. Thanks for watching. This is Craig Stern. I'll see you guys next time.